There is a battle that most human beings fight every day without even realizing it. A silent battle. An invisible battle. A battle that does not take place in the outside world, nor in the circumstances of life. It takes place within the mind. Because before you can conquer anything in this world, you must learn to conquer yourself. Before you can master your destiny, you must learn to master your mind. And before you can find peace in the world, you must discover peace within yourself. Yet most people live their entire lives inside a prison whose walls they cannot even see. They believe they are free, but their thoughts control them. Their fears control them. Their emotions control them. Their reactions control them. They move through life like sleeping travelers. They react without understanding. They suffer without observing. They chase things without knowing why. And they often miss the greatest discovery a human being can make. The discovery of themselves. Let me ask you a question. Who is truly in control of your life? Take a moment. Think deeply. Is it your awareness? Or is it your restless mind? Is it your soul? Or is it the fears you have accumulated over the years? Because there is a profound difference between living consciously and living mechanically. Most human beings live according to mental habits they never consciously chose. They think inherited thoughts. They carry inherited beliefs. They follow inherited fears. They repeat inherited patterns. And they call this their personality. But is that really who you are? Or is it simply a collection of conditioning accumulated since birth? The ancient sages taught an extraordinary truth. They said that the mind is a wonderful servant but a dangerous master. Reflect on that statement. When you control your mind, it becomes a powerful tool. But when your mind controls you, it becomes the source of your suffering. For an unmastered mind is like a stormy sea. One thought chases another. One worry replaces the next. One desire gives way to another desire. And the human being finds himself constantly carried away by a current he no longer directs. This is why so many people feel exhausted. Not because they work too much, but because their minds never rest. Even when they sleep, even when they are alone, even when they seek calm, the noise continues. Always, again and again. One thought, then another, like a wind that refuses to stop. But here is what few people truly understand. You are not that noise. You are not that agitation. You are not every one of your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. And that understanding can change an entire life. Imagine a sky covered with clouds. The clouds come and go. They appear. They disappear. They constantly change shape. But the sky remains. Always. Your mind is like the clouds. Your awareness is like the sky. Thoughts arise. Emotions arise. Fears arise. Then they fade away. But something within you remains. Something deeper. Something greater. Something older than all your worries. Spiritual traditions around the world have tried to convey this truth. Human beings possess an inner dimension that the noise of the world often causes them to forget. A silent presence. A profound wisdom. An inner light. Some call it the soul. Others call it consciousness. Others call it the divine presence. The name does not matter. What matters is the experience. For the day you begin to perceive this presence within yourself, your view of life begins to change. You gradually stop identifying with every fear. You gradually stop identifying with every emotion. You gradually stop identifying with every thought. And for the first time, you begin to observe, to listen, to understand. This is where true mastery begins. Not when you control events. Not when you gain more power. Not when you accumulate more possessions. True mastery begins when you learn to govern your own inner world. For a person who possesses everything yet remains a slave to his mind is still imprisoned. But a person who masters his mind possesses a freedom that nothing can take away. Not circumstances. Not difficulties. Not losses. Not trials. Because his peace no longer depends on the external world. It arises from within. And that peace becomes a strength. A silent strength. A steady strength. A strength capable of moving through storms without losing its direction. But how do we reach such a state? How do we learn to calm the restlessness of the mind? How do we hear the voice of the soul amid the constant noise of the world? That is precisely what we will explore in the next part. For most human beings spend their entire lives listening to their minds without ever hearing their souls. And that simple difference can determine the entire quality of their existence. Most human beings spend their entire lives listening to a voice that brings them neither peace, nor clarity, nor freedom. A voice that judges. A voice that compares. A voice that criticizes. A voice that doubts. A voice that always has something to fear. Many people believe this voice is their true identity. Yet it is not. For what speaks the loudest within you is not necessarily what is most true. Think about that. How many times has your mind told you that you were not capable? How many times has it shown you the worst possible outcome? How many times has it convinced you to give up before you even began? And yet, how many of those fears actually came true? Very few. Sometimes none at all. Because the mind is not seeking truth. The mind is seeking safety. It wants to predict everything, control everything, analyze everything, understand everything. And when life becomes uncertain, it becomes even more restless. It imagines. It anticipates. It dramatizes. It creates scenarios that do not even exist yet. That is why so many people live imprisoned by events that have never happened. They suffer today because of an imaginary future. They lose their peace because of assumptions. They abandon their dreams because of invisible fears. Meanwhile, their soul waits patiently. For the soul does not speak like the mind. The soul does not shout. It does not force. It does not panic. It does not seek to dominate. It whispers. Gently. Calmly. Silently. That is why so many people miss its guidance. The modern world has trained them to listen to noise. But the soul reveals itself in silence. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you truly listened to your silence? Not your phone. Not the news. Not social media. Not the opinions of others. Your silence. Because it is often there that the greatest answers appear. The answers the mind cannot find. The answers books cannot provide. The answers no one can teach you. Because they have always existed within you. Imagine a perfectly still lake. When the water is disturbed, it reflects nothing clearly. But when its surface becomes calm, the sky appears. The stars appear. The light appears. Your consciousness works in exactly the same way. When your mind is constantly disturbed by fear, anger, worry, or judgment, you lose the ability to see clearly. But when calmness settles in, another intelligence begins to emerge. A deeper intelligence. A greater intelligence. A wiser intelligence. Some traditions call it higher consciousness. Others call it inner wisdom. Others speak of divine guidance. But the name does not matter. The experience remains the same. You begin to feel an inner direction that no longer depends on external chaos. You begin to understand that not every thought deserves your attention. Not every emotion deserves your obedience. Not every fear deserves your energy. Because you gradually discover something extraordinary. You can observe your thoughts without becoming your thoughts. You can observe your emotions without becoming your emotions. You can observe your fears without giving them control. And within that space of observation, a tremendous freedom is born. Inner freedom. True freedom. Not the kind that depends on circumstances, but the kind that depends on awareness. The sages understood this centuries ago. They knew that suffering often begins when we completely identify with the mind. When we believe every thought. When we follow every impulse. When we react automatically to everything that happens. But awakening begins when the observer awakens. When you realize, I am not this agitation. I am not this fear. I am not this worry. I am the presence that observes all of this. And from that moment, something changes. You begin to rediscover your center. You begin to rediscover your balance. You begin to rediscover your true nature. For beyond the noise of the mind exists a peace that nothing can break. A peace that does not depend on what you possess. A peace that does not depend on circumstances. A peace that already exists within you. And the more you learn to listen to your soul rather than your fear, the more real that peace becomes. The brighter that light becomes. The more alive that presence becomes. For mastering the mind does not mean silencing every thought. It means no longer being imprisoned by them. And when that freedom appears, a new life begins. A life guided by awareness rather than unconscious habits. A life guided by the soul rather than conditioning. A life guided by wisdom rather than fear. If this message resonates deeply with you, take a moment to support this community of consciousness. Leave a like so that this teaching can reach more people seeking inner peace. Subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together toward mastery of the mind, awakening of the soul, and the discovery of our true nature. And in the comments, share this reflection. Which voice do you listen to most often today? The voice of your fear or the voice of your soul? Your answer may awaken an important realization in someone who needs it. In the next part, we will discover how to discipline the mind, purify inner energy, and develop practices capable of gradually transforming our entire consciousness. Once you begin to distinguish the voice of the mind from the voice of the soul, a new stage appears on the path. A stage many wish to reach, but few are truly ready to embrace. For understanding is one thing. Transformation is another. You can hear the truth, read it, even accept it intellectually. But until it becomes a lived experience, your life remains unchanged. True spirituality is not the accumulation of knowledge. It is the transformation of your being. A gradual transformation. Silent, invisible, yet profound. The mind naturally seeks to return to old patterns, old habits, old fears, old conditioning. Even when you begin to awaken, even when you discover inner peace, the mind often pulls you back toward what feels familiar. That is why mastery requires discipline. Not discipline based on force, but discipline rooted in awareness. The ability to return, again and again, to your center. Imagine a garden. If you stop caring for it, weeds return. Not because the garden is flawed, but because that is the nature of things. Your consciousness is like that garden. Every day, you choose what you cultivate. Fear or trust, attachment or freedom, judgment or compassion, restlessness or presence. And whatever you nourish grows stronger. Whatever you repeat becomes a habit. Whatever you practice becomes your nature. This is why sages emphasized simple daily practices. Moments of silence, moments of gratitude, moments of conscious observation, moments of returning to yourself. They seem small, yet they hold immense power, because they gradually transform the quality of your presence. And when your presence changes, your experience of life changes too. You react less, observe more, fear less, understand more, resist less, accept more. Little by little, you discover something extraordinary. Peace is not something you obtain. It is something you uncover. It has always been there, beneath the fears, beneath the wounds, beneath the endless thoughts. Like the sun hidden behind clouds. The sun never disappeared. The clouds simply blocked your view. The same is true of your true nature. Your light has never vanished. Your wisdom has never vanished. Your essence has never vanished. They are simply waiting for the noise to fade, for awareness to awaken. At its deepest level, the spiritual path is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming again what you have always been. Free, aware, present, aligned. And when this understanding takes root, a new question arises. Why am I here? What is the purpose of my existence? What is the mission of my soul? Many search for these answers in achievements, possessions, and recognition. But the mission of the soul is often revealed not through what you gain, but through what you become. Perhaps your mission is to love more deeply, to forgive, to heal, to bring light to others through your presence. Every soul carries a unique light, a unique gift, a unique contribution, and the world is waiting for it, even if you cannot yet see it, even if you still doubt. For no one needs to be perfect to shine. No one needs all the answers to inspire. It is enough to keep moving forward, with sincerity, with awareness, with humility, with faith. Every conscious step transforms not only your life, but also the lives of those you touch. You may not always see the impact of your energy, the impact of your peace, the impact of your presence, but it is there. That is why your awakening matters. Your transformation matters. Your inner peace matters, because it becomes a gift to the world. So remember this. You are not here to live in fear. You are not here to remain a prisoner of your mind. You are here to awaken, to remember, to grow, to love, to shine, and above all, to become the highest expression of your consciousness. If this message has touched your heart, support this community of awakening. Leave a like so this light can reach others seeking peace and clarity. Subscribe to continue this journey towards self-mastery and spiritual growth. And in the comments, share this reflection. What is the greatest spiritual truth life has revealed to you so far? Your experience may become the message someone else needs today. Take care of your mind. Take care of your soul. And always remember, the light you seek already exists within you. All that remains is to let it shine.